17th of Jan time, moving on fast. This is the that front end again, the Tibbo front end. We're going to take the, if you look at this situation here, we've got, as you know, those rusty A panel and bulkhead section. So we're going to have a look at what's savable on this car by stripping this side off now. We pick out all those welds and scrape that under seal off there and see what the A panel's like. I know that the inside part of it's good, so it's definitely alright to save that piece, if nothing else. That's the inner skin of the A panel, so we'll definitely be using that, because even ones that you can buy from Dave's parts, old parts store, don't have that piece, so I need that anyway. So there's no choice. That's got to come off. And then we're going to start cleaning this area up today. That's on Sunday today. We'll start cleaning this area up. I want to keep some structure attached. I don't want to lose any datum points, so I'll be aware of that as I'm going along. I've got a new floor section for the back, so we can cut that in after we've done this job. But today's job for Sunday is that section stripped down, and then begin to strip this one down, ready to receive any parts off this. Let's see how far we get. We've got 5-6 hours to crack on with that, so we're going to start now. Okay, we're an hour in. Just give you a little update. Cleaned up. We're recovering this panel. That's the job. So spot welds popping off there. It's fixed along that arch edge. It's fixed. I'm taking it off with this outer skin. So last area I'll be doing will be the sill. It's fixed down here. Going for the top first, and where it meets the bulkhead, I'm going to slowly peel it back so we can pop these, and it can't get a lever behind because there's a lip on it, so we're just going to slowly work it backwards, popping them as we go along. A good tool to use is this mini wrecking bar. You can just pop the edges in. I'm going to flip the camera around so you can do that. I don't know. Oh, no, I'm upside down. Right. Yeah, so get that in there like that, and you can just go along. You've made your drills well drilled out in the right places, it'll pop out as you go along. Just tease it out. If you find you hit some resistance, go on the other side and find out if you've missed anything. So that's what we're up to. I'll update you in a minute when we start to peel. We'll start to peel that backwards. It'll start peeling towards us, and it should just come detached. Okay, top spot welds are gone. We've lifted all those. As you can see now, if I pull on this wrecking bar, watch how the A post starts to pull away from the bulkhead and scuttle. Okay, so we're clean all the way down there. I actually think that I'm just looking at this. Yeah, those. Can you see that movement? It's just separated. Now I'm not sure if, I can't tell off this whether or not that is that piece and it's sliced down. I don't remember making a cut. No, I think there's one piece of metal, 2, 3, so that one comes up and it doesn't actually join that. Even if that spot weld there maybe overlapped, I'm not sure, but there's your bulkhead. Your inner scuttle is over that, and your outer scuttle's on top of that. So I don't know if I needed to separate those ones actually. I'm not sure if it's all one piece, but if I rock it now, I can see that it's not attached on the dashboard here. It's got a blob of sealant on it. It only seems to attach along this inner edge now. along the dash there. Now we could crowbar start drilling. I can't get the drill bit in. I can't get the drill bit into the spot welds here, and I don't want to split that. So I'm going to cut the dash on this occasion down, so that I can peel this back. So if you look here, I've started making the cut marks, and cut that back. In theory, then the whole A panel should start to rock backwards, and someone's welded a sill onto this. Has been repaired in the past, so I've sliced that. I'm going to slice here, and I'm just going to let that should just start to fall back, and then it'll start to ping off these spot welds. Some of them might not be drilled through yet. It's hard to hit them every time, and then it's going to start to lever back, and then it should come away. Let's have a go. Okay, that is now separated from the top. It's gone, it's split. We've now put this. This has gone under tension because we're pulling back on it. So there you go. It's gone exactly to plan. It just popped off. As you pull the tension on that, any spot welds that weren't quite separated just pop off under the tension. So you're peeling back. Now we've got one more on there, which we probably can't see. There'll be another spot weld somewhere because it's hit some resistance now. I don't think you can see it on the video as I'm pulling on that. You'll see where it's held. One more place, I can see it. Just missed a weld at the bottom there. A couple of screws of thought on that. I can go from the inside and take it out. Do you want me to get the camera up and I'll go for a little journey? So as you can see, away you go, all the way down, and then here's one we've missed. Just the edge of that. I was trying to get the camera to focus for you then, but it doesn't like doing it. It's focused about there. Anyway, it's just that one, and that should just start to unfold because there's nothing holding it at the bottom. The only thing that'll be holding it then is some loose bit of sill on the edge here. In fact, I can see it probably. That'll be holding it. I'll have to cut down that sill. Look, it's had a copy sill put on it. Quite thick, heavy duty metal sill gone on the top of that. Monster, like off a Sherman tank. So I'm gonna, rather than try and unpick it and not know what someone's done when they've done that repair, just slice it there with plenty on, fold this back, and I'll pick that off and get it back to the factory panel. Obviously this A panel's damaged, as you can see. Usable in that zone. What I do about that I'm not sure yet. I can get a repair piece probably and join it on this edge, because this is yeah, salvageable there. So I'm going to have to clean all that up now and make the parts, because you can't get the parts, so you've got to make the parts. And that's why we're having to pick this off, for that reason really. Otherwise I'd just, well actually no, I need the inner piece of this, so that was, and you can't get that, so I've got no choice but to pull that back. This, you can buy that piece, but the back of that inside, I'll take you to the bit that I mean. It's this bit where you got your hinge surrounds and stuff like that. See that there? That you can't buy that, so you've got to use a second-hand one. No choice. And that's not bad condition, that one, so that's good. Okay, so that's the mission. Let's get the air saw out and hit that bad boy and pop there. Where is it? Can you see this on the camera? Because we're up front and personal today on today's camera work. Set out for you. I'm running continuously. I've got 8 gigabytes worth of memory card. The more memory you get, the more you fill it up. That's true to life. So there's the air saw. I trust the air saw. We're going to slice straight down there. Just make sure I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to flip the LCD screen towards me so I can see that we're in shot. Are you ready for the incision? Here we go. that's what we wanted. We needed this. See that damage? We'll fix that. We can flake that. Up the top. No. Bash that in. Flake that up. Take that off the top. Clean up the edges. Clean up that edge. Look, it's intact at the bottom. Spin it round. Oh, right, so we've got the usual rot hole there. However, to prepare that up, I'm prepared to get a patch cover for that. I saw one on buy-sell Cortina who had a piece, so we could always get this on and then graft that piece in. We need to clean that up, see where that bulletproof, bomb-proof tank was on the tank sills. Get them off. Drop that out. There's the old sill underneath there. Look. So you put part of your old. Oh, I don't know where the old sill's gone. It's disappeared. Oh, I think that's the old sill. There. Because I remember it on my one, I spot welded it to that base reinforcement plate. That's the old sill there, so that wants to come out. Because that's why I've needed this to do my sill repair on this side, because that's the sill comes in, meets it, then spot welds to these support brackets. So that's why we needed to get this off. We can now start pulling the bulkhead pieces off. I'll start cleaning this up, and what I'll do is probably now, I don't know whether I'm going to cut. I don't know whether I'm going to cut this. I need about that much. This is a good piece of floor. And the floor edge on mine's gone, so I'm not sure how to progress now, and whether I should strip my car down, same I've done this one, so they're both keeping up with each other, if you will, and then start just zigzagging the bits across the ones from that onto that, and then obviously scrapping the bits off that. Don't really know, so I'll give it some thought. Have a tea break, give it some thought. Let's get this.
More of the poetry.
Dressing the straightening up the bit.
As I shut the door, I was alone. And I was lost. My ears were teased with the dread of what was foretold.
Just getting the bulkhead off now. We've got that A panel off, of course. So now we're going to take the bulkhead off to sell, because that's the panel we're going to need later on. So we can get this piece of scrap metal out of the garage, get all the useful parts off it, and then we can pop it outside. That's the plan. Yeah, what we're doing now is I'm picking off just picking off these spot welds here. Some of them are tricky to find. Spot, if you don't mind the pun, spot the spot welds. So I just burn the paint off just to get you to clean metal. Otherwise you can't see the spot welds. A lot of the time there's rust on there as well, and if you burn into it with a blow lamp, it just gives you that extra edge, so you can see the very top of the spot weld. They tend to show up as silver. Something to do with the heat differences. Doesn't always work, but it certainly gives you a better clue. You need to hit them spot welds bang on to make life easy. Otherwise, unpicking panels like this can be quite frustrating. and demoralising. I'm going to turn the radio off because I'm shouting. There's always something. I wish I could have a remote control on the radio.
No.
There you go, radio goes off now, because it's sometimes when I'm trying to do my commentary, you know, you've got distractions from the radio there. So today's exercise, as you know, was to pick apart the donor car so we could get all usable parts off it, to learn how the car's made, which I've now learnt some new stuff. I now know how this footwell or bulkhead panel goes on. Basically the car's just virtually a kit car really. All these bits just clip together. There isn't one whole pressing. It's all individual panels pressed together. Now, so we're picking those panels off, and we've got to work out the best way to put them back onto my car with the minimum of distortion of the body. Anyway, you'll see now. You can see it better on the camera. Look at those dimples that have appeared since I rubbed the paint off. You could angle grind in. I used that blow lamp there. This just burns the stuff off. Some are tricky where the rust's gone. Got to feel them and just guess. So we're going to pick the rest of that off. This panel's nearly ready now. Don't give up if you're not trying to do it and you just think it's just not coming off. Don't be tempted to smash it and try and bash it off. You'll damage the panel. Just keep looking and you eventually find it, and you'll always get that satisfying ping when it goes. And you could have 90% of them all done, and just, or 99%, and just 1% little spot weld can just stop the whole thing and still make it rigid. You think, well, I've not got anywhere. Get it, and it goes. You know, often they're just caught at the edge, and you've got to drill two. See, look, I've drilled two because just caught at the edge. And it will go, so stick with it when you're pulling panels off. And you just need patience. Is just critical. You've just got to allow yourself, if you're one of them ones that likes to keep powering through it like me, where you just don't want to stop, you have to sort of discipline it out and say, well, you know, there are no other panels. This is the only way I'm going to get the panel. So if I bugger it up, then I have no panel. So you've just got to take your time. And something I struggle with doing. I like to just blast through it, you know. But yeah, so picking off there, taking time, and then let's see that panel off. I'm going to say in 10 minutes time. Okay.